So you recently have opened your 100th outlet, and you are present in 45 plus cities.
Yes.
And you saw this dream when you were in Agra. You observed that there is unavailability of international brand. You kind of tried and tested it in your college, and now you're sitting here, and you have recently opened your 100th outlet. How does it feel? I want you to take a moment and realize that you have achieved your dream of having an homegrown burger outlet. How does it make you feel?
Uh,
Hi, welcome to Har Kahani. Today I'm sitting in the office of the visionary and the driving force behind the burger company. She has built an empire from ground up, the fastest growing homegrown burger chain in India. From first outlet in Gurgaon to thriving networks of franchisee across India, Burger Company has become a household name. Join us as we discover her kahani, success, and know how she is changing the game for all the entrepreneurs. Please welcome Neelam Singh. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to Har
Hello.
Kahani.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, excited for our conversation.
Okay, so before we begin in the conversation of exploring the burger company, I want to share a story about it. So I'm from Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and in the month of December, I think that was the time when Burger Company's first outlet was open in Raipur. So I saw the advertisement on Instagram, and I immediately shared it with my friend. And I told him that this is amazing. We don't have a dedicated burger outlet in Raipur.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I was very happy to finally have one dedicated burger outlet, and I was so interested in the Instagram. I was exploring the Instagram, and I found out that the behind this fastest growing chain, there is a woman. And I was so happy and proud to see that, and I told my friend I want to meet her and I want to get her into Har Kahani.
Thank you so much. Did you get any chance to visit the store?
Yes, I did, and I had this potato burger, like couch potato burger. It was so yummy. It was like amazing, and I really liked the interior and the staff, and it's amazing. Like
Glad to know.
very happy to discover that, and it's very fascinating because I think there is not dedicated homegrown burger outlets in India, and that too, leading by a woman. So how does it make you feel?
It feels great knowing that being a woman entrepreneur in itself is it's very difficult in a very male dominated society that we live in. And especially if I talk about the F&B industry, it is so much cluttered, and the leaders are all men and men-led brands. And I celebrate the fact that I took this step of diving into this whole cluttered market and trying to create a brand out of it. And I'm so happy that people like you, so many young adults that are there, and they get inspired from it.
Right.
And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
That's amazing. So let's take you back to your Agra days. How were you like? How was life like?
So I was a normal girl. I have been an above average student who was good in studies and other curricular activities also. जो मेरे फादर हैं वो एक रिटायर्ड प्रिंसिपल हैं. सो या घर में पढ़ाई का हमेशा माहौल रहा है. उन्होंने हमेशा कोशिश की है कि पढ़ाई में ध्यान रहे. बट मेरा इंटरेस्ट काफ़ी अलग चीज़ों में और भी रहा है. आई वॉज इंटरेस्टेड इन क्राफ्ट एंड आर्ट्स. आई वॉज इंटरेस्टेड इन को करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़ लाइक डांस कॉम्पिटिशन्स, ड्राइंग कॉम्पिटिशन्स, and so on. And I belong to a family where food is celebrated a lot. So जब भी कोई छोटा सा भी कोई ओकेजन होता है तो हम सब अपना अपना फेवरेट फूड के बारे में सोचने लगते हैं. My mother cooks really amazing food, and I'm sure all mothers do. माँ के हाथ का खाना anyways अच्छा लगता है. But yeah, we are a family of foodies. And I think वहाँ से मेरा जो इंटरेस्ट एक होता है ना, एक रुचि डेवलप होती है, वो हुई. मेरे फादर हमेशा लेके जाते थे. एक सदर बाज़ार है आगरा में, तो वहाँ पे मेरे पापा मेरे को संडे को वीकेंड्स पे संडे को लेके जाते थे. एंड वहाँ पे बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे स्टॉल्स होते थे, गोलगप्पे के, फलूदे के एंड ऑल. सो इट्स अ वेरी फॉन्ड मेमोरी दैट आई हैव मेरे फैमिली के साथ, मेरे पेरेंट्स के साथ. And when I grew up, like grew a bit older, when I went into graduation, हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा options नहीं होते थे खाने पीने के. जैसे फ्रेंड्स का बर्थडे है, किसी को कोई ट्रीट देनी है अच्छे नंबर्स लाने की.
Good cafes were not there.
Yeah, so there were not many options. कैफे कॉन्सेप्ट तो था ही नहीं हमारे टाइम में. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अराउंड 15 years back. So there were no options as such. या तो छोटे ठेले होते थे, छोटे हलवाई की दुकान होती थी.
Shops, right?
Yes, हलवाई की दुकान होती थी, या फिर there were fine dine restaurants जहाँ पे हम पेरेंट्स के साथ जाते हैं, क्योंकि खाना बहुत महंगा होता है और एम्बियंस भी इतना फन नहीं होता. लाइक इट्स जनरली क्वाइट देयर. सो तो हम वही छोटा मोटा समोसे खा लेते थे, गोलगप्पे खा लेते थे, पैटी खा लेते थे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा. या कोई बहुत ही ग्रैंड किसी की ट्रीट होती थी, हम पेस्ट्रीज वगैरह खाने चले जाते थे. सो देयर वाज दिस ह्यूज गैप विच आई एक्सपीरियंस्ड. एंड मुझे हमेशा लगता था कि जैसे मेरे कजिन्स मेट्रो सिटीज़ में रहते हैं. वन ऑफ माई कजिन्स आर देयर इन दिल्ली एंड फ्यू आर देयर इन मुंबई. तो व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू विजिट देम, तो वो मुझे बहुत अच्छी अच्छी जगह लेके जाते थे. एंड आई यूज्ड टू फील लाइक यार ये ऑप्शंस हमारे शहर में क्यों नहीं है. And I think that's where I subconsciously identified this gap. कि हाँ हमारे पास भी ये ऑप्शन होना चाहिए. Why are our cities so much ignored by these big brands? So but अगेन एक सिंस आई बिलोंग टू मिडिल क्लास फैमिली, तो बिजनेस का ऐसा कभी कुछ किसी ने ना किया है ना सोचा है. मेरे फादर गवर्नमेंट सर्विस में रहे हैं, ही वाज अ प्रिंसिपल इन गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज. मेरे जो ग्रैंडफादर थे वो एक किसान थे. सो इनफैक्ट मेरे काफ़ी रिलेटिव्स हैं जो अभी भी फार्मिंग करते हैं.
सो डीपली कनेक्टेड विद फूड.
Yeah, in a way. But again, nobody thought of being a business person. So वो मेरे लिए एक चीज़ थी जो मैंने धीरे धीरे करके समझी कि हाँ ये भी एक ऑप्शन है जो मैं कर सकती हूँ. And that directly is associated with my passion for food. So yeah, I think when after I completed my graduation, I went on to do my MBA in Hyderabad.
Okay.
So Hyderabad में when I was pursuing my MBA, काफ़ी सारे opportunities आपको नहीं
मिलती है MBA में.
MBA में काफ़ी सारे practical projects होते हैं, experiences होते हैं, and लोग मिलते हैं आपको. So it broadens your perspective also. Correct. Right? So I think that was one of the amazing things that happened to me. तो एक instance हुआ था which really changed my life in a way, I would say. So क्या हुआ था, there used to be a 3-day fest in my college. Right. It was called Krishna, and जहाँ पे बहुत सारे colleges के बच्चे आते थे. And हमें मौका मिलता था कि हम वहाँ पे 3 दिन के लिए एक food stall या कोई भी gaming stall लगा सकते हैं. So and since I was always a foodie, so I thought कि चलो एक stall लगाते हैं. But it was like for that process was like कि आपको पहले stall space खरीदना पड़ेगा.
Okay.
And then फिर आपका सारा vendors alignment रहता है. Then you have to arrange for stocks and all. तो आपको ये सारी चीज़ें करनी थी. And there was
like in a very professional manner.
Yes, it's in a very professional manner, and it required a huge investment also. Okay. तो 10,000 का उस टाइम पे I'm talking about around 11 years back, and 10,000 stall space का rent था. And
per day.
Sorry, no, for the entire event. Okay. But again, as a student, आपके लिए 10,000 भी बहुत होते हैं. And I'm talking about like 11 years back, which held a lot more value then. And then we had to arrange for vendors, supplies. हमें मार्केटिंग करनी होती थी. एंड सो बहुत सारी चीज़ें थी जो भी आप एक MBA में पढ़ते हैं. तो वो सारी चीज़ आपको अप्लाई करनी थी. आपको ऑपरेशंस देखने थे, आपको मार्केटिंग देखना था, आपको लॉजिस्टिक सप्लाईज देखनी थी, आपको सब कुछ करना था जो एक बिजनेस में लगता है, बट ऑन अ वेरी स्मॉल स्केल ऑब्वियसली. सो मन तो बहुत था करने का, बट पैसे इतने नहीं थे इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए. सो आई आज माई फ्रेंड्स काफ़ी से झगड़ा भी किया कि क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो, हमें करना चाहिए, वी शुड डू समथिंग, वी आर सो यंग, अभी इतना रिस्क लेने से डरेंगे तो आगे कैसे करेंगे. सो जैसे तैसे करके कुछ 5-6 फ्रेंड्स थे, उनको मनाया. एंड हम लोगों ने पूल इन किया. एंड फिर स्टॉल स्पेस खरीदा. देन हमारे पास कुछ दिन थे, 5-6 दिन थे सारी चीज़ें अरेंज करने के लिए। तो वी वेंट टू द सिटी। सो हमारा जो कॉलेज था इट वाज अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 40 किलोमीटर्स फ्रॉम द मेन हैदराबाद सिटी। सो हम लोकल बस में वी वेंट टू द सिटी एंड वी अरेंज looked for vendors. We went to very small streets of Hyderabad where very few people knew Hindi or English. So everybody was speaking Telugu and it was very difficult to communicate with them. I think most of the times we were speaking through sign language or through showing them pictures that we want this or like that. So it was a very fun experience and I think तब हमने बहुत ही मस्ती में किया ये काम. But when I look back now I think it was so difficult.
It is.
Because there's a language barrier that's there. There is uncertainty. You'd never know that vendor is trustworthy or not. वो आएगा नहीं आएगा. But still we went all in and we tried our best. Somehow managed 3 vendors, 3 different items in the menu. We had golgappas, we had soda, mojitos, and then we had tikki and all. So it was a whole chart and beverage counter that we had put in. उसके पीछे भी एक thought था. So जब भी so I want to share this one thing कि हम कई चीज़ करने का मन करता है, but अगर हम उस बचपने में वो चीज़ करें तो I think that's not right. एक every decision has to be a calculative decision. Right? तो तब भी अगर हमने प्रोडक्ट्स चूज़ किए थे we chose because that those have a very high margin. हमारी कॉस्टिंग बहुत कम थी और हम उसको महंगे में बेच सकते थे. राइट? तो बहुत ही हमने कैपिटल इंटेंसिव चीज़ें नहीं चूज़ करी बिकॉज हमारे पास कैपिटल नहीं थी. सो जितने भी हमारे पास रिसोर्सेज थे उनको हमने बहुत ही ऑप्टिमली यूटिलाइज किया था इवन इन आवर स्टॉल. सो आइटम्स ऐसे चूज़ करें, मिनिमम इन्वेस्टमेंट, जो हमने वेंडर्स सेलेक्ट किए थे उनसे डील्स ऐसी क्रैक करी कि आपको पेमेंट इवेंट के बाद करेंगे या एंड ऑफ द डे करेंगे सो दैट हमें उसमें भी कैपिटल ना लगाना पड़े एडवांसेस देने के लिए. सो इन एवरी स्टेप दो इट वाज ड्रिवन आउट ऑफ पैशन एंड zeal to do something, but we were also conscious about whatever decision we are making. So I think that really worked out, and after 3 days of the event, we did really well. We generated approximately, I guess, 1 lakh rupees.
Wow.
Yeah.
From putting 10,000 in capital and 3 different items, wow, that's amazing.
So yeah, our stall was one of the I think the only stall, or I think one of the 2 stalls that made profits in those events. So that was an amazing experience, and I tasted entrepreneurship for the first time in my life. So and that's still with me. That's the taste I can never forget. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey, and from that point it really opened my eyes that this can be done in real world as well.
Right.
I think that was the point which made me realize that मतलब बिजनेस कर सकते हैं, फूड बिजनेस कर सकते हैं. एंड इट वाज समथिंग दैट इज डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू माय पैशन फॉर फूड, फॉर मार्केटिंग, बिकॉज आपको बहुत कुछ करने को मिलता है. आप अपने कस्टमर्स से कैसे बात कर रहे हैं, उन तक अपना बिजनेस के बारे में कैसे आप चीज़ें पहुंचा रहे हैं. So there's lots that you can play around as an entrepreneur. So that really excited me, and I think that was the time I decided that I will do something of my own in food industry. And yeah.
So that is the time when you actually got the key of entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And eventually you ended up doing it.
Yeah.
In the food and beverage.
Yeah, but इतना आसान नहीं था. डिसाइड किया, बट अगेन लाइफ टेक्स अ टर्न कोर्स. अब मेरा कैंपस प्लेसमेंट हो गया था बैंगलोर में, एंड वहाँ पे मैंने 1 साल काम भी किया, एंड देन आई गॉट मैरिड एंड शिफ्टेड टू दिल्ली, एंड देन अगेन आई जॉइंड अ कंपनी बिकॉज ऑल्दो आई वांटेड टू डू समथिंग, बट एक जो फर्स्ट स्टेप लेना होता है, जो हिम्मत होती है, वो, और लोगों से इनफैक्ट अपने फैमिली वालों से कहना कि मुझे बिजनेस करना है, सो वो चीज़ करने में बहुत
it takes a lot of overthinking, decision, analysis.
There's a lot of self-doubt that happens. There's a lot of like you said, overthinking, a lot of things that are there, because once you're married, it's not only your family, it's the other family, as well, and you have to take care of the financials of the house, have to take care a lot of things and consider a lot of people's feelings and sentiments. So yeah, it was difficult, though I was doing my job, it was fine, I was paid well, but still there was something that was missing. And I guess that was the dream I had, which I never got a chance to actually live.
Explore.
So I guess that's when I decided that it's high time. We have only one life, and I think if I've dreamt of something and actually lived it on a very small scale and made it work, so I think I can take a chance and do it in real life as well. So there was a point when I told my in-laws, my parents, my husband that I don't want to continue my corporate job, and I want to do this full time. And I want
How
to
was
open a
their
business.
reaction about it?
It was not as expected, or I would say it was, they were very concerned and they were mad. Like, what the hell are you thinking, and why do you want to leave your well-paying job and do something that no one has ever done in our families? So I think
you're the pioneer of becoming an entrepreneur in both of your families.
Yeah, so we are first-gen entrepreneurs. So yeah, but that time we didn't know that if I'll succeed or not. So there were a lot of uncertainties that were there. But yeah, when I told them, they were obviously not that supportive, because what happens is, with your parents or in-laws, the elders that are there in your family, they don't wish bad for you, but they are concerned for your future. So they are right in their part, but it's your job as an aspiring entrepreneur to make them understand and convince them. And for that, it takes a proper business plan, a proper business plan, a proper strategy, so that you can make them understand that this is what I'm planning, and this is what I want to do in my life, and this is how I am going to make it work. So though they may take time to agree, but I think eventually things fall in place.
They come on board.
Yes.
I can totally relate to that, because when I told my father that I'm going to shift to Delhi now, so he had a lot of questions and I had to prepare everything. Yes, now I have to answer him each and everything. What will I do? Who will I approach? When I will do this and everything. So yeah, I can totally relate to that. They are supportive, but they don't show it immediately. Like they are very concerned about the entire process, the project, and how you will pull it off. But I'm so glad that you did.
Yeah, me too.
So since you mentioned that you started your business post marriage, and it's actually a very difficult thing to do for women to start something from scratch once they get married, because they have different more responsibility. And I know women, my friends are in that area, in that zone where they are married, they don't have a job, they don't have a career, they are trying to go there, but they are dealing with a lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurities, and they feel that people are constantly judging them because they don't have their identity, their career. So what is overall your take on that particular thing? Like, what do you want to give if you have to tell women that this is not the end of the life, you can still explore your dream, you can still live your dream? What would you give from your experience? What will you?
I can totally relate. Even I know a lot of females. Some of them are friends, some of them are acquaintances. एक बार कईयों के लिए तो अल्टीमेट गोल होता है कि बस शादी करनी है, राइट? सो आई थिंक, और ये उनकी थिंकिंग नहीं है, ये ज़्यादातर लोगों पे इम्पोज की जाती है बाय देयर रिलेटिव्स, बाय देयर फैमिलीज, कि आप शादी कर लो, फिर जो भी करना है
करो, बट दैट्स नॉट एज इजी.
यस, एग्जैक्टली. एंड कईयों के लिए तो बस शादी कर लो, दैट्स द अल्टीमेट लाइफ गोल. एंड आई थिंक दैट्स सो रॉन्ग इन सो मेनी वेज. Because once you're married, you're labeled as a wife or a daughter-in-law for your whole life, and then a mother. But जो आप हैं, आपका नाम भी तो है, right? या तो उनको मम्मी बुलाया जाता है, या बहू बुलाया जाता है, या बीवी बुलाया जाता है. But what about their name? What about their identity? Right?
Somewhere
it gets blurred,
right?
But there's a lot, there's a lot of things that a women can do एंड मैं अगर अपना एग्जांपल दूँ तो मेरी शादी जो हुई है वो एक हरियाणा की फैमिली से हुई है, हरियाणा की जाट फैमिली से। सो आप सोच ही सकते हैं कि कितने ज़्यादा प्रेजुडिसेस होते हैं, कितने ज़्यादा ऑर्थोडॉक्स मेंटालिटी होती है। सो जब मैंने उनको बताया था कि मुझे कुछ ऐसा करना है जो पहले फैमिली में किसी ने नहीं किया, एंड स्पेशली बीइंग अ डॉटर इन लॉ किसी ने नहीं किया। सो यहाँ पे नौकरी करना ही बहुत बड़ी बात माना जाता है कि आप घर से बाहर निकल के नौकरी कर रहे हैं, और अगर आप उन लोग को बताओ कि आपको नौकरी नहीं, आपको बिजनेस करना है, तो यू कैन इमेजिन कि कैसा रिएक्शन रहा होगा।
टोटली।
सो या काफ़ी ज़्यादा बैकलैश था। आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट हियर, काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिफरेंसेस भी रहे हैं, बट वंस यू प्रूव योर सेल्फ, अगर आप डिटर्मिन्ड हो कि आपको ये करना है, एंड यू हैव डन द बैक एंड रिसर्च, कि आपने पूरा स्टडी किया है, ये नहीं कि आप एक दिन सोते से उठे और आपने बोला आज मेरा ये करने का मन है, मैं ये काम कर लूँगी। सो दैट्स नॉट हाउ इट वर्क्स।
Planning and research is required.
That is required, and once that is in place and you are determined and you know that you can do it, I think everything falls into place. Like I said, अब जब वो देखते हैं that I'm doing so well in life, so then they come and say, we doubted you but we are so proud of you now. सो आई थिंक इनिशियल जो जजमेंट होता है, इनिशियल जो हार्श कमेंट्स होते हैं, अगर आप वो झेल गए और आपके अंदर एक कॉन्फिडेंस है कि आप वो कर पाओगे, तो आई थिंक यू कैन डू इट।
Yeah, if you have that zid to prove yourself, so eventually people will come on board with the plan.
Exactly.
And I really wish ki through this entire episode we reach out to those women who are married and are dealing with a lot of self-doubt. My friend, I know my friend, she's like a lot of judgments, dealing with a lot of judgment and insecurities, and I keep telling her it's nothing, it's just a phase which will eventually fade away once you get into a job or once you start something else. So I think your story is very inspiring and very powerful for those married women.
And I want to specially tell you guys that शादी ज़िंदगी की एक नई शुरुआत है, ज़िंदगी का अंत नहीं है।
Right.
So अगर आप शादी कर रहे हैं, आपको इतने सारे चीज़ें मिल रही हैं, आपको रिसोर्सेज मिल रहे हैं, आपके पास हस्बैंड हैं जो आपकी हेल्प कर सकते हैं, आपके आइडियाज़ में इनपुट दे सकते हैं, वैलिडेशन में हेल्प कर सकते हैं, रिसोर्सेज प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं। देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट कैन हेल्प यू आउट टू सपोर्ट यू, बट उसके लिए आपको खुद में कॉन्फिडेंस होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। अगर आप खुद पे विश्वास नहीं करेंगे तो दूसरे कैसे करेंगे? सो आई थिंक द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ टू हैव सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, सेल्फ एस्टीम, एंड बैक इट विद प्रॉपर रिसर्च, बैक इट विद थिंग्स जिनसे आप दूसरों को कन्विंस कर पाएँ कि हाँ मैंने ये चीज़ समझी है, जानी है, देन आई एम टेकिंग दिस सेकेंड स्टेप ऑफ डूइंग इट।
I really hope this message reached out to them and helped them in getting their dreams fulfilled. So, since we are into food and beverages and there are a lot of competitors out in the world, and when we start something new, it's very exciting at the same time. But there are a lot of challenges which come with it. So, your first outlet, do you remember the hustle, the day-to-day activity, the management, the different role that you played to make your first outlet profitable?
I remember it like it happened yesterday, because my first outlet is like my baby, right? So उसमें जो outlet का interior था, so when we started we had very few resources. मेरे पास कुछ पैसे थे जो मैंने जॉब से जमा किए थे, and then मैंने लोन लिया था. So we had very limited resources. तो उसमें किसी भी चीज़ पे हम एक्स्ट्रा खर्च नहीं कर सकते थे, तो जहाँ हम बचा सकते थे हमने बचाए. जो आउटलेट का इंटीरियर था मैंने कॉपी पेंसिल पे उसको बनाया था, डायरी में बनाया था कि ऐसे यहाँ पे सीटिंग होगी, ऐसे किचन होगा. सो आई ड्रू इट ऑन पेपर, खड़े होके लेबर्स से प्रॉपर सारा काम करवाया. इवन आई नो कि अब मेरे फर्स्ट आउटलेट में कहाँ कौन सी जगह क्या बोल्ट लगा है, क्या नट लगा है, आई नो ईच एंड एवरीथिंग अबाउट इट. वैसे खड़े होके प्रॉपर काम करवाना, लेबर्स से डील करना. जब एक बार आउटलेट बन गया देन उसके बाद एम्प्लॉयज़ के लिए ढूंढना कि कौन मेरे यहाँ काम करेगा.
People who will help you clean and serve.
Exactly. Housekeeping, team members, restaurant manager, everything. सो देन जो हमारा मेन्यू था सो उसके लिए टेस्टिंग करवाना, so I did a lot of sample tasting also through friends, family, and then random people who were there in the vicinity. So I made sure that I create a product that is liked by most of the people, because ultimately that's the thing that is going to bring my customers back to the outlet, right? So I did all those things, survey किया सब कुछ, recipe testing, इतनी सारे experiments किए. And once my product was okay, my product was ready, my menu was ready, then I searched for the vendors who will who will be giving
providing the raw
material and daily supplies and everything. तो काफ़ी सारे judgments उधर भी आए. कई लोग होते हैं जो जब एक लेडी कोई काम करना चाहती है तो कई लोग टर्म कर देते हैं ये तो आपकी हॉबी है, या फिर ये तो हस्बैंड ने खोल के दे दिया आपको बिजनेस ताकि आपका टाइम पास हो जाए. सो मैनी पीपल से दैट एंड मैनी पीपल बिलीव दैट, बिकॉज वो सोच ही नहीं सकते हैं उनके अकॉर्डिंग एक लड़की सीरियसली कोई काम कर ही नहीं सकती, राइट? मैनी पीपल आर लाइक दैट इन आवर सोसाइटी. सो ऐसा भी कई बार सुनने को मिला, वेंडर्स सीरियसली नहीं लेते थे या एम्प्लॉयज कभी कभी सीरियसली नहीं लेते हैं, उनको लगता है जॉब सिक्योरिटी नहीं लगती है, राइट? कि एक लेडी है, इनका मन करा कब बंद कर दें या कब निकाल दें. सो काफ़ी सारे लोगों के प्रेजुडिसेस होते हैं. सो या मेरे को भी काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें फेस करनी पड़ी थी. बट या आई थिंक जब मैंने वहाँ पे फर्स्ट ऑर्डर दिया अपने फर्स्ट कस्टमर को, आई थिंक दैट्स व्हेन आई न्यू कि आई कैन मेक इट वर्क एंड आई थिंक इट विल बी बिग वन डे. So yeah, there were many milestones that I celebrate. I remember celebrating जब मेरा पहला कस्टमर आया था, उसका फर्स्ट रिव्यू आया था, फीडबैक आया था. So I was so happy. मैंने एक छोटा सा पेस्ट्री लेके उसको कट किया था. It was the first time somebody has paid for my food at my cafe and the person is happy. So छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हम सेलिब्रेट करते थे शुरू में, and it seems so unreal when we celebrated. It's been I think 1 week since we celebrated our 100th store. So एक बहुत ही बहुत ही unreal लगता है कि touch wood इतनी जल्दी हमने इतना सब कुछ अचीव किया है. बट एक साइड से लगता है कि अभी जस्ट स्टार्टिंग ही तो है, अभी तो we have to go 500 stores, 1000 stores and so on.
So in the first outlet, as you told, you have very limited capital, तो आप ज़्यादा employees नहीं रख सकते हैं. So is it like कि आपको बहुत सारी responsibilities उठानी पड़ी, like from taking order to serving to cleaning etc.
Actually जो हमारा first outlet था उसमें मैंने starting की थी एक ही employee से, और second I was
interesting.
because I knew कि एक बार आउटलेट चल जाएगा तो ज़्यादा लोग की हेल्प लगेगी, बट स्टार्टिंग में इतना मेरे पास बैकअप नहीं था कि मैं स्टार्टिंग के दिनों में इतनी सैलरीज बियर कर पाऊँ. तो आई हायर्ड वन एम्प्लॉई, शी वॉज ऑल्सो अ गर्ल, तो एंड सेकेंड में थी, तो शी यूज टू वर्क इन किचन एंड आई यूज टू टेक ऑर्डर्स, क्लीन टेबल्स एंड सर्व, एंड शी यूज टू प्रिपेयर दी ऑर्डर्स. एंड इवनिंग में जब उसको जाना होता था 8 साढ़े 8 बजे, तो तब मेरे हस्बैंड उस टाइम पे काफ़ी सपोर्टिव थे. ही वॉज वर्किंग इन अ मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी, बट जब वो ऑफिस से आते थे तो ही यूज टू हेल्प मी आउट. ही यूज टू सो यूज टू टेक दी ऑर्डर्स, एंड जब तक वो नहीं आते थे आई यूज टू मैनेज
ऑल अलोन.
इवनिंग में कुछ 2 घंटे होते थे जब मुझे अकेले मैनेज करना होता था, एंड आई यूज टू टेक दी ऑर्डर्स फटाफट. आई यूज टू गो टू द किचन, वहाँ पे एक सीसीटीवी था जो सो दैट मुझे बाहर का दिखता रहे कि कोई आया तो नहीं है, एंड कस्टमर्स को कुछ बोलना तो दे यूज टू वेव एट द सीसीटीवी. सो आई यूज टू क्विकली कम आउट एंड आस्क व्हाट इज देयर रिक्वायरमेंट, देन फिर फटाफट बना के सर्व करना, टेबल क्लियर करना, जो भी नीचे गंदा होता था झाड़ू पोछा करना. सो आई यूज टू डू इट ऑल. एंड उस टाइम पे आई हैड अ pet. His name was Bruno. He was a pug, so he used to I used to tie him outlet के gate पे, and जो भी customers आते रहते थे, they used to play with him. He used to grow, so he was there with me all the time,
supporting you in your dreams.
So we made him our mascot as well. So because
I can see that.
So Bruno is so कई लोग हमें ना एक क्यूट का पग वाले कैफे के नाम से भी जानते थे, बिकॉज जब ब्रूनो बाहर होता तो लोग उसको वो सबका फ्रेंड बन गया था. So yeah, he was the one who really brought the fun element to the burger company. So we decided something. We made him our mascot as well. So you will see a graffiti of our pug Bruno on all our cafe walls.
Okay.
And he's there, and he's the reminder for everybody to take out time, have fun with your family, eat some good food, and enjoy.
Mascot with a cute message.
Yes, yes. Because he was the one, so he's a mascot and our co-founder, because he co-founded the fun element in the burger company.
That's so interesting.
So yeah, so if you go to our Instagram page, you'll see that, you know, he is our co-founder. On our website as well, he is listed as our co-founder.
That's very, like, in a way you are honoring him.
Yeah.
For being there with you through that.
And he deserves it.
Yeah. That's so nice. So, Neelam ma'am, whenever we start something new, especially in the food and beverage sector, and when it comes to burger, we have multiple options. There are so many international brands which are present there. So at this point of time, it's very important to have a unique selling point. So what is the unique selling point of the burger company which made it so profitable?
Okay. So, like I said, let me take you back to the time when I was in college and we did not have any options. तो हमारे शहर में ना कोई मैकडी या बर्गर किंग भी नहीं था. अब बहुत ही 10 साल बाद के बाद हमारे पास मैकडी आया. सो ऐसे कितने शहर हैं इंडिया में जो टियर 2, टियर 3, टियर 4 सिटीज़ हैं जहाँ पे ये बड़े ब्रांड्स आने का भी सोच भी नहीं रहे हैं, राइट? And that is because there are so many challenges that are there in terms of supply chain logistics, and many challenges are there when we talk about small cities and small towns of India. And I think that's the reason they are being neglected also by these big international and national brands. And I think that was the gap that we identified, and that is my vision. My vision is that burger company देश के हर छोटे शहर में हो, राइट, हर टियर 2 एंड टियर 3 सिटीज़ में स्पेसिफिकली हो. सो मेरे पास ऑप्शन नहीं था कि ऐसी जगह हो जहाँ पे एम्बियंस अच्छा हो, खाना भी सस्ता मिलता हो और हाइजीनिक भी हो. तो ऐसे कितने लोग होंगे, कितने युवा होंगे देश में जिनके पास ये ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. सो आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट वी टैप्ड. जो हमारे आउटलेट्स हैं वही हमारे यूएसपी हैं. हमारे जैसा एम्बियंस, हमारे जैसा वाइब, हमारे जैसा खाना जो कि ट्रेंडी भी है, प्रेजेंटेबल भी है एंड पॉकेट फ्रेंडली है, वो किसी भी बर्गर ब्रांड या किसी भी अदर कैफे चेन के पास ये यूएसपी नहीं है. सो आई थिंक ऑल टुगेदर द होल कॉन्सेप्ट इज आवर यूएसपी. एंड ऑफ कोर्स इफ यू टेस्ट आवर burgers like you have tasted, I'm sure you'll understand that our products are amazing. And the kind of variety that we have in our menu, I don't think so any other burger brand, Indian burger brand is doing that, or international burger brand is doing that. We have not only burgers, although burgers are our heroes, but we have pizza, pasta, made to order drinks, and many other things in the menu. Waffles. So
waffles.
Yeah, we do have. So yeah, I think the mix of everything, the product, price, जो भी हम मार्केटिंग में 4 P's पढ़ते हैं, वो जो हमने पूरा मिक्स बनाया है वो एक बहुत ही यूनिक कॉन्सेप्ट हम लेके आए हैं. वी हैव combined casual dining and QSR concept.
Okay.
So we have combined these 2 concepts and created the burger company for you all.
And I think the USP, one of the highlighted USP is that you are present in tier 2 and 3 cities.
Exactly.
Like I remember reading in one of the article that you are present in Mirzapur.
Yes, we are very
in Latur in Maharashtra.
Yeah. We opened Latur recently, and in Mirzapur we are very soon we are opening. Yeah.
So it's interesting to see that ऐसे शहर में भी ऐसे outlets हैं, and that too from India, made in India.
Yes.
And मैंने आपका जो burger taste किया, I had like that one burger which was tasting like a very Indian flavors.
Punjabi kapro?
Like it's a name of.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had that couch potato, but उसमें मुझे बहुत ही Indianness, I could feel that Indianness, which is not as much as available in different.
So that's the idea behind curating the whole menu, because हम ऐसा ब्रांड है जो इंडिया से है और इंडिया के लिए है. So जो भी हमारे बर्गर्स में फ्लेवर्स हैं, they are very much compatible and they complement Indian taste palette.
Right.
So that's how we curated our own menu.
And it's very important.
Yeah, it is very important
to have that. That's nice. You recently have opened your 100th outlet,
Yeah.
and you are present in 45 plus cities.
Yes.
And you saw this dream when you were in Agra. You observed that there's unavailability of international brand. You kind of tried and tested it in your college, and now you're sitting here, and you have recently opened your 100th outlet. How does it feel? I want you to take a moment and realize that you have achieved your dream of having an homegrown burger outlet. How does it make you feel?
Uh, it all feels like I'm living in a dream, and yet since so much hard work has gone into it, it seems very real also at the same time. It's so difficult to express this feeling. It feels that you're dreaming, and it feels that yes, it has to be here because you have done so many sacrifices. So much has gone into building this whole dream into a reality. So it's feels a bit of dream, a bit of reality. It's a mix.
So you're proud of yourself of achieving that dream.
I'm happy that my parents are proud of me. But still, there's a long way to go for me. And it's not only me who has built the burger company, because जब भी आप कोई business खड़ा करते हैं तो उसमें बहुत सारे लोग लगते हैं, right? जैसे एक building होती है, building बिना pillars के बिना columns के नहीं होती है, ऐसे burger company में भी there are so many pillars. Like Nitesh is there, who joined the burger company as a co-founder before we started expanding. So and he comes with a background of retail, so he has understanding of real estate, how store operates, so that really helped us when we started expanding. Then we have Bhanu, who is into our team. He is head of our business development department, and he has given all blood and sweat into building and expanding the burger company. Corona ke time pe bhi he used to do physical meetings, go out in the market and make sure that we get that visibility and we get that opportunity of meeting prospective clients, franchisee owners. And जो चौथा pillar है, that is our team. And there are a few flag bearers of our team. जो साहिल हैं, he is the head of the training department, and he comes with he's an HM graduate, and he comes with a huge experience of QSR industry, and वो अपनी expertise लाते हैं, and he helps in the menu part, the training part. Then we have Abhishek, who is another flag bearer of the team, who takes care of the fit out and operations part. So yeah, I think it's very important that you acknowledge and give due credit to your team, who are your strong pillars. And so yeah, burger company is very fortunate to have these people with it, and together we are trying our best to make it the biggest burger brand of the world.
I hope that you achieve that very very soon. You said a very important point, which is कि आप कभी भी कुछ start करते हो, there are a lot of people who are involved in the process. Like if I talk about myself, I am doing the podcast, the Har Kahani, but I have friends who are helping me without sacrificing their job and their time and helping me build this. So it's very important to put this out also, that भले हम एक women entrepreneur हैं and we are celebrating women entrepreneurs, but किसी भी women को successful बनाने के पीछे भी there are so many men who are involved in the process. Their father, their husband, their boyfriends, their friends, and I'm so happy because मेरे भी friends मेरी बहुत help करते हैं, and all mostly my friends are male friends who are helping me build this Har Kahani. So through this I just want to say that we are empowering women, but we have the support of the men in our life to achieve that dream.
And this is so great to know. This is this is an indication that people are now changing their mindsets.
Right.
अब शादी एक ultimate goal नहीं रह गया है women के life में. अब there are a lot of things that a woman can achieve, and it's so great to know that the male the males and the male part of the society is actually understanding this and helping us.
Helping you build your dream.
Yes, exactly.
So we have so many franchisees across India. Can you break down for us how this franchisee model work and how you make sure that every franchisee is synced with each other and with the main head office? And also how are you how are you making sure that they grow as well?
See, when we are speaking about a franchisee model, it is very important to take care of a couple of things. The first step is to invite franchisees, and screen them, and make sure that you connect with the right partner and get a right partner on board, because you have built a brand, right, and you expect your outlet or your brand to function in a certain way. So it is very important that the franchisee partner that you're choosing to carry forward your brand operations on ground, that person need to be aligned with the brand's vision and the brand's SOPs and everything,
The core value of the brand.
Exactly. So the first step is to choose a right partner, a right franchisee for your brand, and then the second step is to make sure that everything is communicated in a very transparent way to your franchisee. Should be no hidden cost. Every SOPs and the franchisee's responsibility and the brand responsibilities need to be communicated very clearly. So I think transparency really brings a positive impact on how the future association is going to grow. So that is another important thing. And how we manage our franchisee is we've made sure that we have created SOPs in a very simple way. They're simple to understand and execute. So I think बहुत सारा complication नहीं है. चीज़ें हमने इतनी simple रखी हैं कि जो हमारे store में काम कर रहा है, who is a semi-skilled person, he can also understand and execute them in a perfect way. And obviously franchisee owners can supervise the same thing without putting too much effort. So I think keeping things simple is another way to make sure that things are executed the way you want them to be. So that is one thing. And I think अगर आपका product इतना अच्छा है कि वो customers को लेके आ सकता है, और आपकी marketing इतनी अच्छी है कि वो लोगों तक पहुंचा सकती है आपके product के बारे में, तो I think half the job is done. So I think sales and marketing is अगर आपकी हो गई हैं, I think 90% of the job is done.
I have already achieved that. I have seen your Instagram. It's very interesting, colorful. You have played very well with your brand colors, and it's amazing. I started Har Kahani with the purpose of keep inspiring the young women, because they have different situations in their life which ultimately kind of give them, like, they lose their dream because of certain situations at home, or because of self-doubt or insecurities and underconfidence. So I started with that purpose, and I want to ask you that what message you have to give to those women, those young women who look at you as an inspiration for starting something this
I
big.
don't know about taking me as an inspiration, but I think every woman can be an inspiration to herself, because हर एक जब एक फीमेल पूरा घर संभाल सकती है तो वो सब कुछ कर सकती है, right?
We are known to be a multitasker.
Exactly. So I think every woman is special. हर एक के अपने अपने पैशन हैं, हर एक का अपने हॉबीज़ हैं. हम कितने लोगों को जानते हैं जो सॉफ्ट टॉयज बहुत अच्छे बनाते हैं या स्विंग बहुत अच्छे से करते हैं. So and there are not many other talents. कई लोग फाइनेंस में बहुत अच्छे हैं. So I think the most important thing a woman need to realize is that they have skills, they have talent. They just need to start giving value to themselves,
Right.
and start taking themselves seriously. Because अगर हम अपने आप को seriously नहीं लेंगे तो obviously बाहर वाले कैसे लेंगे, right? या family कैसे लेगी? So the first step is to have self-confidence, believe in yourself, and take yourself seriously and your dream seriously. Then only you can take the first step of going out in the world and pursue your dream. So I think my message to women is ki do not let anybody else tell you what you have to do in your life. I think it's you and only you who understands your true self-worth, and it's only you who can do something about it. And if I can do it, I think you can do it too.
Totally. I'm so happy and I'm feeling so proud sitting next to you and talking about your journey, the journey of the burger company. And I'm very proud because you are an entrepreneur and a mother, and you are doing both the jobs very well. You have given your best in taking your company to another level, and I really want to applaud you for that, for doing that. And this is will give a lot of inspiration to women who have children and they kind of take a step back in their career. Like nothing is going to stop you if you keep believing in yourself, and everybody will fall into places. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
for
for
having
having
me.
us in your office. I am really happy that we connected and we recorded this podcast.
It was very nice speaking with you.
Did you enjoy the whole
I
process?
enjoyed thoroughly. And I'm happy that even if a single woman, see this and she, start thinking about herself and her dream seriously and, do something about it, I think goal is achieved.
Yeah,
Even
we
if
are
we can
stepping in
change
the right
one
direction.
life with it, I think the goal is achieved.
That's so nice. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
I'm so happy.